Anya stepped off the ferry, the salty air thick with the scent of hibiscus and the promise of adventure. She had traded the familiar bustle of Chicago for the sun-drenched shores of Lajas, Puerto Rico. Palm trees swayed in the gentle breeze, their fronds whispering secrets in a language Anya was yet to learn. She was a veterinarian with a thirst for the unknown, and this island, steeped in folklore and mystery, was about to quench it. Her new job at the local clinic was more than just a fresh start. It was a chance to connect with her heritage and embrace the whispers of her grandmother's stories. Little did Anya know, those whispers were about to become a deafening roar. Anya found a small house near the beach, its windows overlooking the vast expanse of the Caribbean Sea. The rhythmic lull of the waves was a soothing balm to her city-tired soul. Her neighbors, warm and welcoming, greeted her with open arms and plates piled high with arroz con gandules and tostones. Life moved at a slower pace here, dictated by the rhythm of the tides and the warmth of the sun. But beneath the idyllic surface, Anya could sense a current of unease. It lurked in the worried glances exchanged by the villagers and the hushed tones they used when speaking of recent events. One evening, as the sky blazed with the fiery hues of the setting sun, Anya found herself in the village square, the heart of Lajas. The air hummed with the chatter of families and the laughter of children. But as she delved deeper into the heart of the gathering, Anya noticed the whispers begin. Eyes darted towards her, filled with a mixture of curiosity and apprehension. She caught snippets of conversation, words like Chupacabra and curse sending shivers down her spine. Her grandmother's tales, once dismissed as fantastical bedtime stories, suddenly felt all too real. The next morning, a frantic pounding on Anya's door shattered the peaceful silence of dawn. It was Miguel, a local farmer, his face etched with worry. His voice trembled as he told her about the horrific sight that had greeted him that morning. His prized goats, usually so full of life, lay dead in the pasture. Their bodies were drained of blood, their skin marked with strange puncture wounds. A cold dread gripped Anya's heart. This was no ordinary predator. Could the whispers be true? At the clinic, Dr. Hernandez, the elderly veterinarian Anya was replacing, listened intently to her account. His eyes, filled with years of wisdom and a hint of fear, confirmed Anya's suspicions. He spoke of the Chupacabra, a mythical creature said to roam the island, preying on livestock and draining them of their blood. He warned Anya not to be fooled by its name, which meant goat sucker. The Chupacabra, he explained, was not a mindless beast, but something far more ancient and sinister. It was said to be a creature born of darkness, its thirst for blood unquenchable. Determined to uncover the truth, Anya visited the farmers who had lost their animals. Each story was more chilling than the last. Some spoke of strange lights in the sky, others of blood-curdling screams that echoed through the night. The villagers, their faces etched with fear, pleaded with her to help them. They were convinced that the legendary Chupacabra was responsible, but Anya, a woman of science, needed more than folklore to convince her. She had to see it with her own eyes. Anya spent her days examining the carcasses, searching for any clue that could explain the strange deaths. The puncture wounds were unlike anything she had encountered before. They were too precise, too clean for any known predator. The blood loss was also perplexing. It was as if the animals had been completely drained, their veins emptied with surgical precision. As the days turned into sleepless nights, Anya found herself drawn deeper into the mystery, the line between myth and reality blurring with each passing hour. The more Anya delved into the mystery, the more she realized that the Chupacabra was more than just a creature. It was a symbol of the island's troubled past. The villagers, their beliefs rooted in generations of folklore, saw the creature as a manifestation of their deepest fears. They whispered of a curse, a malevolent force that haunted the land, a consequence of the atrocities committed centuries ago during the Spanish conquest. Anya, initially skeptical, began to see the connection between the island's history and the present terror. Her search for answers led her to the local library, a treasure trove of historical documents and forgotten tales. She spent hours poring over dusty tomes, her fingers tracing the faded ink of chronicles written centuries ago. She read of the Spanish conquistadors, their arrival on the island a harbinger of death and destruction. She learned of the Taino people, the island's indigenous inhabitants who were enslaved and brutalized, their culture and way of life decimated. The stories, filled with tales of greed, betrayal, and bloodshed, painted a grim picture of the island's past. One name, repeated throughout the texts, sent a chill down Anya's spine. Hernando de Soto. A ruthless conquistador, De Soto had led a reign of terror across the island, his thirst for gold and glory insatiable. Legend had it that he had stumbled upon a hidden cave, a sacred place revered by the Taino people. Inside he found not gold but something far more valuable, a mystical spring said to hold the secret of eternal life. Driven by greed, De Soto defiled the sacred site, unleashing a curse upon the land. The villagers believed that De Soto's actions had awakened a malevolent entity, a creature of darkness that fed on the lifeblood of the land. They whispered that the Chupacabra was a manifestation of the island's pain, its thirst for blood, a reflection of the bloodshed that had stained its soil centuries ago. Anya, though hesitant to fully embrace the supernatural, couldn't shake off the feeling that there was more to the legend than met the eye. The curse, she realized, was not just a story, it was a warning.